after you've gotten the book deal, how did your relationship to the writing on the blog change, and how did you juggle, or how are you juggling both keeping the blog up and keeping up with your readers and doing this whole other project?
Writing a book is really hard work. There may be people out there that are natural bloggers who have short attention spans and like to spend inordinate amounts of time on one subject, and then there's people who are writers who can live without any social contact for the time that it's required, and go through the really hard process of revising sentences so that it actually is worth printing on paper. And those are really two different things. And so the biggest challenge for me was finding the time to go away from the online world, which you said absolutely correctly. There's instant gratification in the online world. People will tell you whether you're doing right or wrong. They'll give you a lot of feedback. It's a luxury. You don't have that luxury with a book, and you have to go away and you have to do a really good job, and you have to do it again and again and again, having only one or two other people look at it. And finding that amount of time was the toughest thing.
I'm working on a new book now, and I'm not blogging it at all. And I went through that discussion of how, because I spent 7 years as this frustrated writer, you know, with all these novels and drawers and things, and could never finish anything. And the blogging medium really, I'm just speaking not as a sort of, not as a PR thing, but just in terms of being a writer. I found the blogging was a really freeing medium for me because of the feedback, because of the fact that I didn't have to worry about finding it. For me, endings are a really big problem, and with blogging, I don't have to worry about that.
Sometimes people hear about Julie's book or some of the bigger book deals, the Stephanie Klein's $500,000 book deal with Regan Books for 2 memoirs, or Dana Vashon's 2-book deal for $650,000 for 2 novels, or they hear about some of these bigger book deals and they think, I'm going to start a blog and I'm going to get this crazy huge book deal.
If you have a blog and you're profiled in the New York Times, you're going to get a nice book deal. And it doesn't matter if it's now or if it's 3 years ago or if it's 3 years from now. You know, we all read the New York Times. It's going to happen. And it's not necessarily because you have a blog, it's because you were profiled in the New York Times.